All good to go?
Good to go, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the whole team here at Area Specialist Nexus, we'd like to thank you very much for joining us here today, and we welcome you to the auction here at number 3, Jarrett Court in the lovely suburb of Rowville. To all of our bidders and buyers, it seems like we've got quite a crowd here today. I wish you all the very best with your bidding endeavours. My instructions to you are quite simple, and that is to bid bold, bid aggressively, bid to your absolute maximum here today. Give yourself every opportunity to be that lucky and successful buyer. I'm sure you're somewhere in the crowd, so to you a slightly early congratulations is in order for your wonderful purchase. And what a wonderful purchase it will be for you and your family. I'm sure of it for the many years to come. I'd like to take the time to thank our vendors as well very much for not only entrusting myself to be the auctioneer, but also the entire selling team at Area Specialist Nexus for selling what I'm sure is their most prized possession. Of course, your listing agents, you've got none other than Rishi and Ray. They've had the pleasure of presenting this home to you and very well presented over the last 3 to 4 week campaign leading up to auction day here today. They're here to support you with any questions that you may have about the property or your bidding endeavours here today. So make sure to flag down any one of those two here to support you if you do need any help. But otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I will cover quickly cover the rules and regulations of an auction. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit the auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price. As your auctioneer will be indicating bidders on a request, the law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders from attempting to prevent others from bidding and will issue fines for misconduct. The rules do permit vendor bids. The words I will be using to indicate I am placing a bid on behalf of our vendors is simply vendor bid, and by law, only I as the auctioneer can place those vendor bids. Now, settlement terms for the purchase of the home is quite flexible. We're happy to accept 30 to 90 days as the settlement term. We're also going to be looking for a 10% deposit payable this evening if you are that lucky and successful buyer here today. And that's to be made available to the trust account of Area Specialist Nexus by bank check or bank transfer. Now, of course, if you've had any prior arranged terms and conditions discussed and our vendors have agreed to those terms, then you're more than comfortable to be bidding on that basis as well. But otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, if there's no questions or concerns about any of those things, let's talk about a stunning home here at number 3, Jarrett Court here. This is a stunning home, very nicely tucked away in a quiet court location, and a beautiful home with an abundance of charm and character. Beautifully renovated as well. As you make your way in, you just feel right on at home. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and multiple car spacing opportunities underpinning your prospective purchase here of 867 square metres of prime Rowville soil. And ladies and gentlemen, the home itself is magnificently suited here for the modern home family buyer here. The home itself has multiple living zones here. Open kitchen dining areas, very generous sized rooms, particularly with the master bedroom and ensuite as well. Plenty of storage all throughout the home as well. Seamless transition to that outdoor area with the shaded decking. You've also got the jacuzzi as well, which I'm sure is heated and you can use whether it's hot or cold. Perfect for entertaining friends and family. And of course, sun-soaked and filled with an abundance of natural light here, ladies and gentlemen. The location is something to be really proud of as well. You've got all your local amenities and very conveniently located in the centre of Rowville here. You've got parks and reserves just down the road, beautiful tree-lined streets as well. Easy access to all the shopping centres nearby. Stud Park, Wellington Village, and also Westfield Knox will take care of all of your shopping needs. You've got school zoning such as Rowville Secondary College and Park Ridge Primary School, all within a short walk from here, so it makes very, very good living for family buyers in the crowd here today as well. Access to buses are very simple. Access to all the major roadways as well, in the form of Eastlink, Monash Freeway, and also Wellington Road will take you anywhere that you want to go in metropolitan Melbourne. So ladies and gentlemen, a very good value buy on the cards here today. I'm going to add one more thing as well. That's that the market is heating up. We're heading into the prime spring market of Melbourne. You know exactly what that means. More buyers, more demand. And one more thing on top of that, just the other day, we've released the unemployment data, which is a bit higher than what we were expecting, which is only fueling potential rate cuts to come. And with more rate cuts, again, even more demand into the property market. So a really good time to close the book on your real estate journey and start creating your priceless family memories here. And number 3, Jarrett Court, ladies and gentlemen, going to hand it over to you now for your spirited bidding. Who would like to get the auction underway? And I don't mind where we start. Happy to start at any opening figure, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be shy. First bid's always the hardest. Raise your hand. Show me that you mean business. Demonstrate that your interest here. Flex the auction muscles early, ladies and gentlemen. Where would we like to start? At $1 million. Happy to start there. Very light on, but welcoming you into the auction here. Let's go in $25,000 rise on top. Let's keep things moving along from here. At $1 million now, front and center next to Rishi now in the lead. Where do we have $1,025,000 or even $1,050,000? At $1 million even now is starting things off, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Social proof and evidence that the property is wanted by somebody else now. At $1 million now. Be a very good value buy for you here at $1 million. No other interests. We simply start to move things along, ladies and gentlemen, at $1 million now. Very good value buying. If you're not jumping in at $1 million, I don't know what else I can do to get you into the auction here. At $1 million now, looking for $1,025,000 or $50,000 to keep things moving along. I'm going to call it 3 times now. First call, second call at $1 million now. We're done. Third and final time. 25 and welcome in now at $1,025,000 and good luck to you now. 2 bidders fighting it out and welcome to these 2. The auction at number 3, Jarrett Court, well and truly underway now. At $1,025,000 now, let's go straight to $1,050,000 if you'd like. At $1,025,000, 2 bidders now actively fighting it out neck and neck. At $1,025,000 out to the left-hand side and good luck to you guys here. At $1,025,000, what would you like to do? Another head, we're at $50,000 now. Would you like to go $75,000? At $1,050,000 now the bid. At $1,050,000 now. Baby is not very happy that we've bid all the way up until here, have we? Yeah, that's right. We're done. No more bidding from here to $1,050,000 now. $1,050,000, would you like to go $75,000? $1,050,000, shaking the head already. 1 bid and we're done. That must be a very underwhelming auction for you then. At $1,050,000, very quickly outbid already, and that's very good news for you or any other bidders in the crowd. I know we've had plenty of inspections all throughout the campaign leading up to auction day. We're expecting much more bidding here. At $1,050,000 now, you could be snagging yourself a deal at $1,050,000 now. Very good value buy here. Number 3, Jarrett Court here. At $1,050,000 now, I'm going to call it 3 times now. First call at $1,050,000 out to the right-hand side. Second call now, Ray. How are we going? Third and final time. Are we sure? We're done. We're finished. We're absolutely silent. 60. Can we go 75? Or are we going to go in the 10s from here? All right, 2 bidders at 60. How about let's go to 75 straight away? Could be either one of you 2. We're both at a stalemate. Come on, guys. Figure it out between the 2 of you. The bigger bid's going to win. I heard it. No, let's go 70 at the very least. How about 70, sir? 70. 5? Come on, let's go 70. 70 or 75, is that what we're going for? 65. You know what? I'm going to take it. Let's move the auction along now. Would you like to go 75, guys? We're going in the 10s. At $1,065,000. Happy to see you guys in at the 75 mark as well. At $1,065,000, a little bit of confusion over who wants to bid, and I like to see it when buyers are fighting over the top bid. At $1,065,000 now, happy to see you guys back in at 75 if you like. At $1,065,000, 3 bidders now, actively fighting it out, and good luck to your buyer, Ray. At $1,065,000, 75 and good bid. That could have been your bid as well. That's the perils of going in the smaller bids, ladies and gentlemen. As we start to draw back to smaller and smaller increments, we simply invite our buyers back in at $1,075,000. How about let's go straight to 1.1 now. Put the pedal to the metal at $1,075,000 now. Back with our opening bidders, but I'll happily accept the 10s from here to keep the auction moving along. How are we going out there, sir? Would you like to increase your offer? At $1,075,000, shakes the head all around from all of our buyers here at this point in time. At $1,075,000, we could be wrapping the auction up and passing the property in. At $1,075,000, I'm going to call it 3 times now, ladies and gentlemen. Have I got your absolute best? First call now at $1,075,000. Second call, any interest to jump in now? $10,000 is a very small bid. All things said and done. At $1,075,000, are we sure we're done? For the third and final time, all done, all finished. No, not at this stage. I appreciate the bid. We have to go. Let's go 10. We're absolutely done. We can't do any more. If I take the 10, you understand it invites them back in. They're going to take your next bid anyways. I'm going to move the auction along simply because you're doing the right thing by bidding. We're going to go to $1,080,000 now. 85 is there for you if you like. 1,080,000. Really trying to move the auction along. Not having much luck here at 1,080,000 now. We'll take anything that we can get at 1,080,000. Happy to see you guys in front at 85 as well if you'd like. We're jumping down to smaller and smaller increments here at 1,085,000. And I did say they'd take that bid, didn't I? We're done. What happens if you bid to that yourself? You could have done to 1,085,000 and 1,090,000. We'll see you back in front at the very least. We pass the property into you at 1,085,000. And very good bidding, by the way. You just keep putting the pressure back on. You're always on top, and that's what you want to do at an auction. So very well done to you guys here. Any other interest in the crowd, you need to let us know now at 1,085,000. And we're down to the $5,000 increments. It's really not that hard to jump into the bidding. Sir, would you like to jump in? 1,085,000 is the bid. And you've told me no before, and you've jumped back in. Happy to see you guys back in. I won't hold it against you as well at 1,085,000. Just because they're bidding strongly doesn't mean they don't have a budget. Would you like to go? Let's go 90. Are you sure? We're playing the game because you know what that tells me? You've told me that you're out many times before and you're still willing to offer more. At 1,085,000, we've already got a $2,000 bid, which means if we're going down any smaller, I've got to take the gentleman's bid here. Everybody's got their games now, and I think later as you get into the day and you go into more auctions, more open homes and inspections, that all starts to whittle away and you just start to bid. If you want the home, you simply need to make a lunge for the keys now. At 1,085,000, these guys have done the right thing by bidding strongly, bidding aggressively. At 1,085,000, holding the top bid at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we may just have to wrap things up from here. I'm going to call it 3 times now. Ray, I'm still waiting for your bidder to jump in. First call now at 1,085,000, and good luck to you guys now. Second call at 1,085,000. Are we sure we're done? We're finished. We're absolutely silent now. Third and final time. All done. And lots of spectators here. I'm just going to confirm. Any interest out this way? Not even in this pocket. And across the road as well. Are we all neighbours just coming to have a look at what's going on first thing in the morning? We're all looking like we haven't woken up yet. All haven't had our morning coffee. Straight away after this auction, we're going to be driving out to the shops and cafes to get our bit of a morning caffeine hit at 1,085,000. Rishi, how about we take a quick pause and speak to our owners from here? We're going to give our buyers a little bit more time to consider their options, but I think very soon we're going to be coming back out and passing the property in. Should we go in and take a pause? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a moment's time to resume the auction. Won't be long. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience and anticipation while we're seeking some instructions. I think some of you could actually even visibly see us seeking those instructions and having those conversations. I can tell you we're very close to the point in time where we can pull the trigger and put the property on the market, but unfortunately without further participation we do just need that little bit more from you guys. But the instructions otherwise from our vendors are to pass the property in to our highest bidder. Now, to give you guys a little bit of an inkling of what that exactly means is that our highest bidder will get to come inside. We'll reveal to them the written reserve price here today, and they'll have the exclusive right to make that offer here that may just purchase the home. Now, once the property does pass into our highest bidder, more often than not, it does sell. So, ladies and gentlemen, giving you one last opportunity to put your absolute best foot forward before we pass the property in to our highest bidder. The bid currently stands at 1,085,000 now with our opening bidder. We're going to take 5s as an absolute bare minimum from here. Otherwise, the instructions are to pass the property in. Ladies and gentlemen, going to hand it over to you now for your spirited bidding. Once again, if any one of you two have changed your mind here or anybody else in the crowd who have not yet raised their hand and shown their intentions here, we are going to be wrapping up the auction. Instructions are very clear. All done? Thank you very much. I would like to thank you all very much. Are we sure we're done here? Instructions very simple. I know you gave me the 2. The 5 could be the reason that you come inside and buy the home. 85 is the bid, and good luck to you guys. No further advances from here. We simply wrap up the auction, sir. Last opportunity. I can tell you think. Yeah, 5 minimum. Any lower, I have to take their bid first. They did come at me with a 2. I said no. Only makes sense to do that. That's why I like it that you still gave me that bid anyways. I've got an excuse to knock that back. So for your next auction, if you're thinking about the 2s, you keep it to yourself. I don't have anything to work with. Hey, 85 is the current bid. They're coming inside, and good luck to them. Baby's still not happy. I'm sure we all know very many people in our social circles like that can't do anything to make them happy. 85 now the bid, sir. Need to know, have I got your absolute best? We're going to wrap up the auction. Need to know. I'm hearing a little bit of conversation going on with Ray. I'm going to give them a little bit of time, but I think it is yours at the end of the day to come on inside. We'll reveal to you the reserve price. Anybody else in the crowd that's potentially curious on exactly where that is or would like to make their best intentions known to come on inside, give themselves the best opportunity to purchase the home here at 3 Jarrett Court in Rowville. You've got your chance now. I'm going to call it 3 times. I need to know. We're going to pass the property in to our highest bidder, our opening bidder as well now, ladies and gentlemen. Need to know. Final instructions from everybody here. First call, second call, third and final time. We're all done. We're all finished. We're all silent. 1.09. You waited till the very, very last moment. 1,090,000 now. You thought you had it. I thought you had it. 1,090,000. Welcome to the auction and good luck now. At 1,090,000, you've missed your opportunity now. Maybe that's made that decision a bit easier. Maybe it's made it a little bit harder. I'm not quite sure. At 1,090,000 now, our fourth bidder have joined us now, and I thank you very much. Good luck. At 1,090,000. And by the way, if you knew that $1,090,000 bid puts them on the back foot like that, would you have bid quicker? I'm not quite sure. At 1,090,000 now. And if they do come back for another bid, I would suggest bidding quickly just because you've really stopped the auction. 95, of course, and straight to 1.1 if you will. Judging by how long it took you to make your last bid, I'm probably going to have to drag this on for about 15 more minutes before I get that next bid. We can reduce the average significantly now if you bid quickly. At 1,095,000, you know the instructions here. We're wrapping up the auction now. At 1,095,000, still got two other bidders. You guys aren't looking any more or less relaxed. We're done at 1,095,000. Can't go to 1.1 at all. Thank you very much for your bidding. That gives me a little bit more confidence that we're all done here. At 1,095,000. Still with our opening bidder. I can't get a read on you. At 1,095,000, you want to bid, but you don't want to bid. At 1,095,000, want to miss out on it, but don't want to miss out on it. 1,095,000, need to know if I got your best. We're done. We stopped the auction just for that extra bid. You've drawn the attention of the auctioneer now. All eyes on you. At 1,095,000, going to call it 3 times now. I don't understand what's going on at this auction here. At 1,095,000, need to know. 1.1, thank you very much. At a 1.1 now. 1.1 now, we can go another 5 on top. At 1,100,000. 1.1. And look at what each and every bid does. The longer that you drag out that bid, the more hope that you give them. At 1.1, just knocked them out clean. 1.1 now the bid. 1.1 now. They're employing the same strategy as you guys here. Drag it out. I've got to take it easy, otherwise I lose my voice. At 1.1. I know they're going to come back for more. You should be expecting that as well. Make sure to have that bid ready to go. Another 1,000, let's 5,000 and 1,105,000. At 1,105,000. And now we're doing the arithmetic here at 1,105,000. Still not sure. Still not sure. Yeah, keep it going. Got it there. 1,105,000. 1,105,000 now. 1,105,000. I hope you guys are also expecting another bid coming your way as well at 1,105,000. What do we do? What do we say? 1,110,000? We're good for now. How much longer, if you don't mind me asking? You think you're out at 1,105,000. You guys have done a really good job beating out your competition here. You never know where the next bid comes from. Perhaps we have another bidder in the crowd as well who hasn't made their intentions known. At 1,105,000, I still find it very hard to believe you as well. You look a little bit too relaxed to be out. At 1,105,000, same with the gentleman out this way. At 1,105. A bit too angsty. I'm waiting for another bid. He said he's out, which is great news for you if you want to come in right at the very end. At 1,105. It's a very hard auction to really ramp up the energy, isn't it? At 1,105. I'm not sure what to do here. At 1,105, did we have one of these to help me? At 1,105. I think that's absolutely it. I don't know. You're still giving me some really good eye contact. It doesn't tell me that you're out here. At 1,105, just expect another bid because I'm going to call it 3 times now. At 1,105, this auction might be going on well past this snack bag here. I don't know what you're going to do to keep the baby happy if we're going to drag out the auction, and maybe that's the strategy here. First call now at 1,105. Second call at 1,105. I think we're passing the property in. We're getting many head shakes from this direction, and you've done a very good job. We're all done. We're all done at 1,105 for the third and final time. We're all done. Last chance from you. Confirmed all your competitions out. 110? No? Please? Maybe? 110? Not even one more bid. What happens if that's the reason that you come inside and negotiate with the reserve price? Aren't you a little bit curious? I'm going to give you that little bit more time. Otherwise, these guys want to know. I thank you very much for your patience. I think we're almost done. Yes? 110? What about to make them pay a little bit more? 110. Wow. 110. I think it was the please and the thank yous. 1,110. 15? It took them long enough to come back. At 1,110 now. And great bid. You're in the lead now, in the hot seat to come inside. Just leave it. I've heard you say that a couple times now. At 1,110. Need to know, have I got your absolute best now? We won't just yet, just because I've pushed him for the 5. I've pushed everybody for the 5. Let's do one more 5. Again, we're getting to that stage where we're trying not to invite our competition back in. We're sure we're done. At 1,110, that's the cutoff point. But 2.5 is okay. I'm trying to make sense of it all here. What happens if he's going to go one more bit on top? If you give me a 5, I'll push him for a 5. How about it? I'll give you some time to think about it. It's only fair. He took a long, long time to get to that bid now. At 1,110. I hope you've got a bit of empathy for what you put these guys through as well. It's a bit excruciating having the highest bid. Never know if one more bid comes. At 1,110 now. At 1,110. Confirming, guys, we've let it go. We're done. At 1,110. That's a little bit more certainty now. How about over here? We're all done. I think we are wrapping things up if we're all done out in this corner. At 1,110 now. Let's go another 5 on top. I heard it. I'm just trying to process what to do about it. 1,110. I am processing. I've had plenty of time to think through. A lot of different things going through my mind at this point in time. I'm going to take the 2.5. 2.5. We're going to take the 2.5 at 1,112,500. You're out? Are you sure? Because you've told me that with that much conviction and you gave me the 110. Even another 2.5 on top. You know that that was their last bid pretty much as well, don't you? Because they could have gone to the 5, but they chose the 2.5. So we can do the 2.5 very quickly and we'll just meet you inside. We're done. We've blown past everything. And that's a very good sign for you. The 2.5 has really done it for you now at 1,112,500. That's probably the most number of numbers I'm going to say in a row this whole day today. At 1,112,500. I'm going to call it 3 times. Need to know. I think it's only fair. At 1,112,500. I'm going to call it 3 times. We're going to give a round of applause for our highest bidder here. First call. Second call, third and final time. We're short. Absolutely done. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our highest bidder. We formally passed the property in here at $1,112,500. We thank you very much for joining us for today's auction, and we look forward to updating you with a sold result very shortly. Thank you so much.